how do you work at a mass scale when you know that everybody's so individually different? For instance, there's some people who are allergic to peanut butter, but we don't stop making peanut butter or putting them in cookies or putting them in things that perhaps are available to everybody else. And so it's, I guess, from a mass perspective, which is like a public health narrative, how would you try to look at that? And is it just trying to look at the individual and trying to say like, hey, you got to go and get your genetics looked at to figure out what diet works best for you?
Yeah, very good question. I don't have the answer to that. It's hard to say for the average person. I would say 10 years ago, you didn't really have an option, but nowadays, nutrigenomic testing is so cheap. Basically, for under $100 test and maybe another $100 or $200 some high-tech analyses, you can have meaningful information that can help improve your life. And you can also upload your genetic raw data to various sort of do-it-yourself sites. So if you applied yourself and you got a little bit interested in it, that can really be impactful. So even nowadays, with somebody on a budget, they can have meaningful improvements in health based on nutrigenomics, microbiome. Like microbiome testing used to cost hundreds of dollars. Nowadays, on sale, you can get a cheap microbiome test for, $70, $80. So basically for $200 or $300, you can have more meaningful data than 10 years ago, flying to Mayo Clinic. So that's a pretty big jump in medical technology. Even though it's not so much allopathic, it is becoming more common. I've been working with Dr. Diadamo from the blood type diet guy, and also a little bit with a couple other companies, including Self Decode. And I can tell you right now, the future of personalized medicine, it's going to be out of control. I mean, 5-10 years from now, you won't even recognize it. They're combining EMR, emergency medical records, ability to track your blood test to see how your cholesterol improved, et cetera, all these different markers. People are doing organic acid tests, microbiome tests. Microbiome tests used to be bacteria. Now they're looking at zonulin, these molecules associated with whether you have a celiac or gluten digestion issues. They're looking at unbelievable H. pylori, amoebas, fungus, yeast levels, all sorts of markers that just weren't available even 5 years ago. So all that's available now.